Well gone everybody. Jamaica no taco there, you know? Okay, that's one. Turn that down, two. Alright, so as you can see in my title, doing that all One Piece. Chapter review, you know? They're 892, you know, so still going to that, you know, that goal for 900, you know, trying to see what that's gonna look like. Man, it's nice and bright. I like that. I wonder if the side shot is okay. Anyway, so what you know? You know, we're do some One Piece chapter review, and yeah, well go on. I hope I did enjoy my two video that I did do stream last night. I'm really tired, man. You know, me actually pulled that together, and you know, so I did have to say, but even the other video I do, come do the Baruto chapter 19 and 20 review, and then we did just do a separate video, separate stream where basically did I talk about, you know, some stuff where I go on in Jamaica and how I feel about it, and basically what theory day and age I go do about it, or this generation what them have to go deal with, you know. So we're there at 892, you know, with the One Piece though, because of that we I talk about, you know, and cover page now with the Tanta to them, some little okay, so then get their own ship for real, you know, come, you know. As usual, me usually look at other people, YouTubers' reviews too, and I kind of, you know, I have some favorite ones out there. So this one here is dropping in on the lives of the Straw Hat Grand Pirate Fleet, Volume 24, Leo Arc, a present from Dressrosa. So Leo, I believe, is this one here. The Tantadas. Those are the Tantadas. They're really small, but I guess their special ability is like they have healing capabilities, like they could sprinkle some sort of have like a Usopp ship, or a ship made out of, or Usopp on the front of it. Alright, so anyway, so chapter 1 goes. Now I read it already, you know, so it's not really a live reaction. As far as, you know, like this is my first time reading it. Everyone, the ships appeared and there is a cake on it. Yeah, so as I was saying, the cake is now here. It's present. It's actually visible. And you know, you have Sanji, and Sanji up on a ship with Bege and Pudding and Bege's wife Chiffon, which is the two daughters are on that ship. Chiffon and Pudding, they're both sisters, daughters to Charlotte Linlin, or aka Big Mom, Yonko. Their ship and Big Mom. So yeah, Bege even spots the ship, and he even sees Big Mom on Prometheus. And even Big Mom, she can smell a cake from afar. Son just stopped to go googly eyes now, cause you know, so I'm in love with Nami already. So you know that's a set already, almost like how Vegeta and Bulma thing set, isn't it? So we don't know if we're going to see no generations after this. I don't know if what Oda plans to do with One Piece after this. If he continues past the worst generation to show a better generation, or what's the case, you know. So we have Bege telling his men to ready up, and even viewing the fact that, you know, he can't believe that Sanji's crewmates have lasted this long, you know, versus such a Yonko. He can't believe that, especially without their captain, Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy. I thought we were goners. Perospero now, he's you know, from afar, you know, he's still chasing after the Sunny, or the Straw Hat Pirates. You know, he's still chasing after that, along with on the backs. I think is he on the back of? No, he's not riding on the back. He's now on the slug itself, while Big Mom is on her Prometheus. So he's present on the slug, still chasing, and he has you know, little concerns of himself with the fact that, You know, him I wonder if him fit go destroy the cake, cause him don't know if, you know, him sister Bege accompany Sanji with the cake, so him don't know if this cake, you know, have some kind of poison in it, for poison the mother. You know, if that ever happened, then of course everybody, him himself, I look like saying, I'm after did something about it. You know what's crazy to me is that he actually has that candy hand. That one. You see, this is his candy arm, and this arm is the regular arm. You can see the vein and whatnot, but this one, you seen how it's covered, and that's because he has the power where he could create candy, and his arm got blown off in a couple chapters earlier. You know, somebody had to try to get the ship away from the dock, and the only way to do that was to blow up the area. So we have Pudding. She's, you know, hurry up, and she gets off the fire tank ship because, you know, she doesn't want to get caught with Bege, knowing that Bege is a traitor and he tried assassinating Big Mom. Sanji, he's also on the ship. You know, there were a couple concerns from other YouTubers saying that Nami, she can sense some sort of weird aura from him. Whatever it is, it's not Haki. That ship is Bege. Why is so? You know, obviously it's not Haki. So, you know, probably it's a little fling between Nami and Sanji where they're supposed to be together. You know, probably that's what that's signifying. Which, you know, it's okay. You have to put that in certain instances. It's kind of hard to portray romance in such a action-packed novel. You know. So it's good to get that in every once in a while because, you know, when there's times of peace, that's when, you know, there should be those connections, you know. I don't get to read One Piece, you know, before this, you know, before Dressrosa, I don't know anything before that as far as the connections and how people, like, I've heard of the Frankie and Robin connection. I don't know if they've shown signs of crush or whatever. Let me see. I've seen the Big Mom and Brooke crush, so I don't know if that's gonna be it. Hopefully somebody was paying attention to that one. So, you know, romance isn't a big thing in here, but it is shown clearly there is love between certain characters, like obviously Bege and his wife Chiffon. But so, you know, Sanji, he's back over at the ship, and obviously it's no Haki that or no upgrade that Nami basically gets. She just went through an upgrade, isn't it? She just get to control the cloud Zeus, that Big Mom secondary weapon, you know. In total she have probably 3 of them: Napoleon, Prometheus, and Zeus. So right now Zeus is in the control of Nami, you see me? Even though a Big Mom produced this weapon, Nami somehow have control over it because, again, you know, Zeus is some kind of is a cloud of weather and whatever, and Nami herself can control certain particles of weather, you know, whether it be a thundercloud or I've never seen her do anything as far as other climate changes, you know what I mean? But when it comes to temperature cooling, as far as temperature cooling, like that mixture of temperature cooling and cold, where basically you get the rain and the thunder because of the climate mixtures. So I do know she can do that much. I don't know if she has anything to do with like heat, as far as the weather controlling in the sun, or anything below that, like freezing temperature. I know she gets right around in the how can I say that that not mucky, but you know, when the weather gets all like, I can't, you know, when water gets between your fingers and it's like, I don't know. Hope to explain it. But Nami, if I'd have to Google it better. I had this problem before. I was trying to describe what Nami's abilities were, but or her power up is. But I don't think she's gonna get any more power up. So her sensing that aura from Bege's ship is only her sensing the love for Sanji, isn't it? We go on to see. Here we go. We finally found it. Yes, Mama. Napoleon and yo, it's a crazy sight. This still, you know, like, if I understand, say Big Mama herself nah play. Like, she's pulling out all the stops. Look at that. If that sword is covered in ornament Haki, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it is though, because some of the what it is covered in is in Prometheus's fire, definitely. So you understand. So she notice that the kick over there. So Capone himself, I say, oh, them need to head southwest. because them really want to carry Big Mom along with the cake. I think to Caoco Island them are gonna meet. Oh no, them are going for Liquor Island. Okay, okay. But Luffy now is supposed to meet up with Theme Sunny Pirates at the Caoco Island. I think even that was the island. I'm not sure if that was the island where the cake was being built or what. But I do know for sure that where is where. So everybody I run up for go hug up on Sanji now. Sorry about that. I wonder how that come up on the screen. Really quiet, don't you? But through my phone did I ring like while I try to say oh that did. See my face like with the disgust. So watch out now. You see how Nami run up. You see, and even right here you get to see that look that Nami gives Sanji. You know, she really misses him, but I don't think it's on a like a crewmate level. I think it's on a personal love level now. I mean, I think we're old enough as fans to realize this now and wish for it. You know, I mean, look at Sakura and Sasuke. We were okay with that, and even Hinata and Naruto. You know, we accepted that. You know, shoes. I wouldn't even mind seeing Orochimaru and a Tsunade. Both of them are sick. I don't know why Tsunade wants to be so young. She's so old, but she needs to continue to live. I think that's a part of her jutsu. But anyway, so you know, Sanji leaves the Sun Pirate tank, the fire tank pirates to be with Big Mom, isn't it? Because him not really want to have nothing else to do with it. Him see everything for film mission done. Him get the cake done. Him notice that Big Mom is following the cake. That's it. Him not have nothing else concerned with it. Him just hope say, you know, Bege do the right thing and get her the cake. You know, so them go on to say, no, you know, what am I gonna do about meeting up with Luffy, because them knows that the enemy does know that Luffy is at Caoco, getting ready to exit at least a mirror out of Caoco Island, and you know, him crew supposed to meet him there. You know, the Sanji then asks for Carrot and Pedro, but Brook hurry up and cut off Nami by, you know, saying that two of them are sleeping at the room. Fighting and both of them are sleeping in their rooms, you know, brother Pedro, so what should we do? You know, and you know, Brook did have to hurry up and just throw off that part because Sanji ain't no say, you know, that did go on with Pedro. So, you know, and basically sacrifice himself for the Sunny Pirate crew. But even right just you know, Bege I tell Perospero say, look, you liar, bloody backstabber. He might tell him, say, look, leave Mama's tantrum to us. We'll give her this cake and take real good care of her. And then he might tell Perospero, say, him to go chase off of the Sunny Pirates, you know, the Straw Hat Pirates, you know. So, we keep on, I say Sunny Pirates. You have the Fire Tank Pirates, and then the Sunny is basically the ship for the Straw Hats. So, in this situation now, you know, you lot will continue after the Straw Hats, Barbados, and I will go after Bege and Mama. You know, so Perospero obviously don't believe Bege when Bege I tell him, say, yo, you go after, you know, the Straw Hats and me we take care of Big Mama as far as feeding her. You know, him not deal with that plan there because him know say, yo, Bege I got do something. And that just leave the Sunny Pirates to be, because, you know, when you look how he map it out here, so Oda himself, you know, this little diagram here, so you can see how him draw it out. You have Big Mom up there, so you have Perospero and Bevaros right there, along with Bege. They're all going that way, while Smooth, you know, I make fair way up to the Straw Hats as they're going this way. So, you know, him have it all planned out where if Perospero and Bevaros continue to follow the Straw Hats, of course, Big Mom would be left alone with Bege. But that would be just, I mean, if you did think about it, yeah, Big Mom was a little too hot to handle on the Sunny, but she did get off. But you have a more controlled force now where Smoothie, Perospero, and Bevaros have a more conscious mind. Them can easily destroy the Sunny other than what Big Mom did at doing at the first place. You know, so it all planned out. If you understand how an artist work and a story building and all them stuff there. You even have the next page, you know, where Smoothie clearly understands should have just left them to us from the get-go. Basically, we don't know just how strong Commander Smoothie is trying to say that she is, especially the fact that she has her other two sisters with her. She's the 14th daughter and a sweet commander, along with the 15th daughter and the 16th daughter. Isn't it? So they're obviously older, but they're probably not just as strong, because sometimes you do get a situation where the younger sister is stronger than the two, where she's more keen with senses and so on and so forth. And of course she's going to be stronger because her two older sisters would model her into a better them. Obviously, where she is the sweet commander. So that's them right there, all three sisters, along with Smoothie being over there. You know, she's saying that, you know, how impatient men are such idiots. Well, you know, they did leave this mission up to, they did leave things up to Commander Oven. That's one of the brothers. Perospero, he's just, I mean, come on, he has the arm blown off, so he's just not getting things done. And Belvodois, he's not making things any better. Dogtooth, him still not get things done. So, of course, you know, Smoothie would say something like this, hyping her own self up. But you have to understand, it's to the point where she probably could and did get things done with a more conscious mind, you know. Everybody else just more clouded. I think that's just how me see it. Oh, cinnamon. You have cinnamon, citron, and Smoothie. I don't know if you mixed all of those together, how that would taste. Well, citron with citrus is more like a, you know, from oranges and such. Cinnamon and Smoothie, I don't know. So they know our rendezvous point with Luffy. Of course, you know, it did say that, cheese on peas. Where the other sister, the name, the witch-looking one now. Basically, she knows, she can have control. She have the mirror fruit where she can. No, not the mirror. But she basically has the fruit where it's like glass fruit, I guess, or she can control mirrors. You know, mirrors, your reflection and such. So she, you know, Luffy is locked into her world along with Katakuri, and she was able to relay the message that Luffy had. You know, Luffy was sending a message through a glass shard to incrumate them, saying, yo, am I gonna meet them, rendezvous with them at I don't remember which island exactly. You know, Luffy, you know, the daughter, goodness, I can't believe I can't remember her name. That daughter now, basically what happened is she relayed a message to Fear Crew, and they know now to rendezvous at let's see here. Oh, Caoco Island. It is Caoco Island. So here, you see, we even have Commander Oven, and you can see that. I know it's a bunch of people with that one mirror, and he's commanding everybody on the island to break every glass mirror on there. So when Luffy does escape the mirror world, that Luffy will only end up there into a mashup fest. We get to go right back to Mirror World, where we'll see Luffy and Dogtooth now, and this was my thing. This is what me did want to get into now. You know, my general thoughts now on what's going on with this whole thing. You know, Luffy trying to because here say, you know, me just like read it out. You have Mirror World, Luffy versus Dogtooth. You have Luffy a drop on the ground. Stop! Don't get up. What chance at victory do you have? And then Luffy, oh no, on Katakuri and I'm head. No, I said this kid, he's getting closer and closer to my level of observation haki. Out of nowhere, you know, to Luffy's right, there's a bullet, you know, coming in. Well, no, right before that, you have, you know, him said, this kid, he's getting closer and closer to my level of observation haki. If I don't finish him off soon, the unthinkable might just happen. Which would be him reaching the level of observation haki that Dogtooth is at presently. And of course beyond, because we all know that Luffy is one of the heroes of the story, so it would only naturally be that he has to first find victory in this match, and second, get a bonus upgrade. You know, this upgrade matching the level of his enemy is not really truly an upgrade until he actually surpasses. So, you know, the unthinkable might just happen. Yeah, you know, he's getting closer and closer to the level of. So, you know, we're just basically breaking this thing down, trying to, you know, tweak and just figure out how much we really are gonna get to see, just predict what we are gonna get to see for chapter 893, But with things going on now, like I said, with the next panel showing there's some sort of bullet being shot from the right. The next panel, it hits Luffy right in the thigh. Luffy says, huh? What? Dogtooth, he powers up a Mochi Mochi arm with his trident. He gets ready to sense that. Lucci with the Caoco, big old Caoco over here, cover literally, the anime do it with the Caoco literally. You would think that a Caoco would somehow have your eye. Well, yeah, that's what it looks like, but with Luffy, man, it's, so them, that. Luffy dodged to the right, and my boy that tear off. So let me show you this one now, because this is why I was like, man, this is why I wanted to talk about this, because the last time I've seen an injury so bad, well, no, I mean when Trafalgar Law's hand got torn off by Luffy, that was bad. But this is the next level. Like, that's bad. Like, literally, I don't know if that's his abdomen or what's supposed to be gone from there. That's his left, probably. I don't know if that's a lung. I think your lungs are on the back here. Your liver and kidney. It's something. It hit something. It hit something to the point where Luffy goes. Like, you see when they go white, yeah? When they go white like that. You know, I hate that star. And then we get this shot with this girl here. That's the sister. The one that's younger than Pudding. Obviously, she fired that sniper shot. But the thing is, I don't know if Luffy... I don't know if it's something where Luffy doesn't get hit with it, or his observation haki gets to the point where it's like... He senses it. He says, huh? What? He notices that he's gonna get hit. And this is the whole point. Whether it hit him or not. Can't tell. I don't know if it hits him or not. The bullet itself. But this is what the bullet does do. It causes him to get hit with this. Because if that bullet wasn't there, and I said this in previous chapters, his observation haki is there. But because of the distraction, he has to use his observation haki on other things. And on top of that, it's working so much more where he can observe what Dogtooth is doing to him, and at the same time trying his best to avoid critical hits from the sniper shots. It's crazy stuff going on, man. And that's just chapter 892 in a nutshell. I do want to elaborate more on it, but it's not too much to be said. What I can do is just this. I'm going to do some other streams. I'm going to do a Dragon Ball Super stream, and I'm going to do some Let's Play. So in the Let's Play, if I have any more viewers at that time or anybody watching, we could definitely elaborate and talk more on 892. So really enjoy it, and I'm glad someone could do this. So one love as always, isn't it? Yeah.